Through the generous contribution of Dr. Lewis's family, we're very fortunate to be able to share with you these timeless recordings of Dr. M. W. Lewis, a self-realized American yogi. Dr. Lewis was Paramahansa Yogananda's first American disciple and dearest personal friend. The wisdom Dr. Lewis imparts through these teachings will give you a dynamic and practical insight into the ancient science of yoga as taught by Paramahansa Yogananda. This lecture's title is Attaining True Prosperity and was delivered in San Diego, California on December 27, 1953.
Attaining True Prosperity. True prosperity does not simply mean material and financial prosperity, because we are something more than animals. We have something within us far greater as human beings. Because we are children of God, we have within us the spiritual side which must be fed, which must be nurtured. And to attain true prosperity, we must take care of not only our material and financial conditions, but far greater, we must take care of our spiritual side. We provide for this material life. Why not provide for the spiritual side? Because God is our highest need. To know the spiritual side which lives eternally is our greatest necessity. And so, in attaining true prosperity, we must watch out and especially take care of our spiritual side, the spiritual nature. Now, in material things, we can create a material estate in various ways. If you happen to have something left to you from a rich uncle, you have it there and then. Or you can take out life insurance and create immediately an estate, something to take care of you. And when you make lots of money, then you do not need that insurance. You have created a material estate to sustain you, to take care of your material needs, to take care of you financially. Now, if we do that, why should we not create a spiritual estate? And it is spiritual law that we can do that. Just as in material things we can create a material estate, how much more so should we create a spiritual estate? And it is spiritual law that we can absolutely do that. Now, how do we do this? Remember, we are attaining all around true prosperity. Now, how do we create this spiritual estate? In Daniel, in the 10th chapter, the 12th verse, there we have the key. For it says, "Fear not, Daniel, from the first day that thou didst set thy heart to understanding, and thou didst chasten thyself before thy God, thy words were heard, and I am come for thy word." And so the minute we decide that God is our highest and greatest need, and know that in our heart, and begin to discipline ourselves to carry out the understanding which we know, then from that moment on, we have created a spiritual estate within us. We are on the road to true prosperity. That's a wonderful thing to remember. We do not have to wait till we die. No. Right now, the moment that we understand within our hearts that God is our greatest need, our first and foremost necessity, and begin to discipline ourselves, we must not forget that. right then and there God hears us. Right then and there we are saved. But we simply have to make it dynamic to our consciousness and know through following the channel which God has sent that He does hear us. And we have to know beyond question of a doubt that He is watching over us and taking care of our spiritual needs. But now isn't that a wonderful thing? The minute you just surrender yourself to God and your heart understands that you know He is what you need far above anything else. The moment you do that and then begin to act and discipline yourself, then you have created a real spiritual estate within yourself. Then you are on the road, without question of a doubt, to true prosperity.